The reason I play Call of Duty is the adrenaline rush that I get from traveling to events and around the world.
The first thing in my life that I've done solely for me.
I just fell in love with the competition and the ability every single day to get better at something.
What's more important to me at COD Champs is to win.
They're flooding in again. This is how they've been making it work. He's going to go for the throw, and there's the lead.
We play for the meaning of competition.
Did Hoop think he could kill him with his movement?
I think so, and not happy.
Oh, why was that replays again?
It's not really about the money.
We want to be known as the best that there ever was. We want to win every tournament out there. We're going to give it our all the time. To know that you can beat all of them and call yourself the best.
And there's the third one now in shot. 1 versus 3. It all comes down to this.
That's the reason we play Call of Duty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to kick off Championship Sunday. Team Caliber versus the Wolf Pack. Matt, this should be an exciting one. I cannot wait to get started. We got so many top caliber players in this.
I love the little trash talk from Clay pregame, just trying to get in the heads of those TK guys. They definitely want that rematch versus revenge. That was a really, I think, surprising series for Denal. Never really adjusted in that one. They'd like to get that one back. They got a hot 3-0.
That was the first one.
I mean, with Ray over on analysis, we're getting 3-0s left and right.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ray. Appreciate that, bud.
Yeah.
But all right, let's take a look here at this TK squad as we're getting started here. Obviously, they've been giving the champs, Optic Gaming, the toughest time. They've been playing so well. Theory right there, quite possibly one of the most underrated players in the game.
I think Theory's been their best player this event. I know we watched one of their matches in the back, and he was just absolutely crushing.
Just
every
big
game,
kill after big kill
every
after
game
big
mode
kill.
just coming out with huge kills. Looney, Season 1 champs, had absolutely a phenomenal tournament. That SMG Slayer for this team. Look at that respawn KD, 1.10. Just putting up big numbers all across the board, actually. Even in S&D kind of shocks me a little bit.
That's what they need him for. Slay, slay, slay. That's why Looney was brought on the team, and that's what he's been doing. And then tell me about Goonjar, X.
Goon is that secondary Slayer, that AR Slayer, that they're really going to need to lock down those lanes to let players like Theory and Looney really push up and get that aggressive SMG play in other teams' faces. You see right there, 0.92 respawn KD, kind of what you'd expect around even then Sharp. Maybe, you know, he's going to be the objective, the in-game leader for this TK lineup.
The best looking man in Call of Duty esports. Team Caliber is Sharp. He's been having a great weekend. They need him to be firing on all cylinders here going into this series. But TK, yeah, I mean, when we look at it, there's only been one team really that's been on top. You know, when you look through Season 1, when you look at who won 2 weeks ago, they haven't lost a game yet, Optic Gaming. And TK has been playing them better than anyone. And can they get over this? Last time, okay, remember 2 weeks ago, they played against Denial. They had that that awesome series against Optic, but that really disappointing finish. And they just didn't have the energy against Denial. That's not the case right now, though.
No, they're definitely going to be looking at definitely going to be looking at getting revenge on Denial. Let's take a look at that Denial roster. Obviously, you know, Clay, JCap, Attach, Replays, some of the most talented players, and you see Replays, the OBJ player for Denial on your screen.
Well, Replays is a guy too, like, yes, he's their OBJ. Does he usually put up big numbers? No, but he's a very good sniper. We've talked about him being one of arguably the top 3. And then when he gets confident, when he gets cocky, gets standing, screaming, we saw him turn on people with a vengeance a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely filthy plays from him.
And you know, Clay, he's going to be the focal point for this Denial lineup. Yesterday, that first match, me and you casted, he just seemed a little bit off. Really tired coming in. Finished the rest of the day out strong. Going to be looking for Clay to have a big day today.
Yeah, and he finished even on that game, but when you're a bow on hard point, especially retreat, you got to put up big numbers to help out your subs. JCap, Mr. Clutch in the S&Ds lately. He had an incredible 4-piece to break a hill yesterday in a big comeback win. Otherwise, they were at risk of going down 2-0 in a series to rise.
And then you have Attach. He's a player that's really going to, you know, thrive off of confidence and momentum for this Denial team. Really important for him to get off to a hot start, for them to go further in this tournament. I mean, this match against TK is a huge Sunday morning matchup.
They call him the Young Wizard.
The Young Wizard. I've never heard anybody calling that before, but
no, nobody has.
You're going to be looking at Clay. I think Clay, when he's able to get those, you know, lanes cut with that bow, with an AR, whether he uses an IMR or a bow, it's really going to open everything up for Attach. And I was speaking to Clay a little bit outside. He needs to come up with big games because it makes Attach's job a lot easier. And obviously, you get Attach going, gets everybody hyped in the booth, gets a lot of momentum. Good things happen for Denial at that point.
And then we'll see how the S&D goes. You know, at the event a couple weeks ago, I feel like it was JCap having to have huge clutches, or Clay having that 16-kill game,
right?
You know, or replays went off a couple. Like they haven't had a really good collective effort in S&D. It seems it's always been somebody going big, somebody going clutch. We'll see what we get out of them today. Yeah,
you're going to need to see everybody from Denial really put on the pressure on S&D. It's a very good point. They've kind of seemed up and down, being bailed out by one player pretty much in each game. But let's take a look at our key player matchup for this first one. It's going to be a hardpoint on Detroit, and that's going to be Looney versus Clay. So we saw them in the interviews. You see Clay's hardpoint KD, absolutely insane, maybe a 1.21.
Those are phenomenal, phenomenal numbers. I love that we had the key player matchup against those two that were just interviewed. You heard the confidence / cockiness out of Clay. He's hyped up. He's ready to go. But he mentioned that his teams are always slow start Friday teams, it seems, right? And then they have to turn up and make these losers bracket runs.
Well, he's always had an odd kind of story to get to champs, right? So Black Ops 2 played with the European guys, didn't make it out of pool play. Struggled a little bit. Optic Gaming last year, a lot of people don't really remember, they almost did not qualify. Hearst New York took them to Game 5. I believe it was a Freight S&D.
Oh, Revan.
And Revan, fell a little bit short, but Nate came up big in that one. So Clay's always, for the Champs qualifiers and at Champs, had kind of a rough go. I think this is the year, though, he really kind of breaks through and has a good performance at the $1 million event.
All right, getting ready to kick off game number 1. Again, it is going to be Detroit hardpoint. We just spoke about Clayster and that 1.31 hardpoint KD. Ridiculous, ridiculous numbers, and that's just throughout this event thus far.
Well, that first game yesterday, that was really the tough one for Clay. After that, really smooth sailing. You see the hardpoint KD at this event, absolutely phenomenal. Going to be looking for him on this map, really open up lanes with that AR for attach.
Yeah, and we'll see. I don't think we'll expect it too much out of these teams, but you saw it was TR. They were pulling out the LMG a bit. I think we saw SB with Fizzerb do it a little bit as well. I wonder if we'll see any of that action here. But who do you want to kick it off with, Matt?
I think we got to kick it off with Clay. I mean, we've been talking about him pretty much all pregame.
For the past 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Might as well kick it off with him. He's going to be running that BAL as usual, just trying to dominate that map, put up as many kills as he can. That's, I think, the role of the AR players, just to pick up as many kills as you can.
All right, fight going down here mid-map already at mid-box. It looks like Theory gets 2, Looney gets 1 as well. Clay's actually going to be the only member that was left up right now for Denial, and he's going to drop as well. So early control going to go to TK. We'll stick it with Looney. Looney's going to be inside box, has 1, able to pick that up with the assist of his teammate. Has 1 to his left, 1 to his right as well. 2-piece for Looney, and they're rolling early. 20-point advantage already for Team Caliber.
TK has come out extremely hot here on this first hard point. Looney's starting off 3-0, but I want to say Theory 5-1 up on that scoreboard. Make it 6-1. Theory coming out extremely hot, but Goon starting at 0-2, a little bit rough. You're going to need a little bit better play out of him. Obviously very young in the game, first hill, but still going forward. The ARs are so important on hardpoint, especially to open up those lanes. Going to make it a lot easier for Theory and Looney to consistently go off.
Theory currently on pace for 70 kills. I don't know if he'll keep that going. 7-2 start over the first 60 is incredible stuff. Yeah,
a 70-kill game would be pretty impressive out of Theory. But now they're going to rotate a little bit early. They're going to get control of that back area, and you're going to see there's one player pushing trailers. It's going to be a huge gunfight, and Sharp is able to win that, so they're going to be able to break this hill. Getting to that back trailer area, definitely so important on this hill.
Yeah, I think it was attached. If he could have won that gunfight, I think it would have turned into quite a bit of time for Denial, but he will fall. And now it is going to be TK yet again in control. 30-point advantage here early on. Looney getting shots in, tagged up a bit, is going to get pushed. He will fall. Replays is now going to have hill control. That was swapped so quickly. Great overtake there by Denial.
They need to push out the back, though, and they actually do. They're going to force that spawn out. You see the members of TK, they're going to spawn over by that glass area, and they're going to have to push straight through. And they're actually going to break this again. So TK doing a really nice job of waiting on their teammates being able to pinch that hill. 8 seconds left. I'd expect it now to rotate.
Yep, and they got the spawn there at the back parking lot. Easy rotation here.
They have nobody holding it,
You'll see they're pushing out. Yeah, nobody really. Well, who's up top? They have one person in the hill. That is going to be JCap. This person, though, is one. Clay is going to have the big kills. He gets dropped as well. JCap's going to be all by himself. He should be pushed by multiple players here, but they're coming one-on-one. He's able to pick up 2 just because they did not push him together.
And they got lucky right there because they kind of left Clay out to dry over on glass. He was the only one there. They knew they were going to push pretty much all 4 of the TK players straight through alley. Would have liked to put another player over there with Clay in support. They didn't put anybody over there. Cap was able to pick up a big kill, but not able to hold that spawn right off the break. That would have been a huge hold because Denial would have been able to make a comeback, pick up a ton of time on this hill. It looks like it's going to go in TK's favor.
And Goon getting 2 big ones in the back. Can he get the 3rd? No, he will fall, but it is going to be Theory in the hill, getting stunned up, has a player pushing his bottom rim. He gets 1. Second one coming as well. He is going to get dropped there. JCap and crew trying to get control of this, but but there is only 10 seconds left, so I'm going to hop to Cap. He's going to be the player rotating, but he's got 3 out in front there by Green. They're all swarming around him.
They're going to need to get another player over there. You know, Clay, he's going to be watching them mid-street, but I'd like to see him get eyes. He just picks up 1 kill. Just look into that alley. Try and put some shots on some players, and you see Goon just able to get that first intro kill. It's going to be Clay and Attach in the kill feed, picking up 2 more, but Theory doing a phenomenal job just breaking hills pretty much by his lonesome in this game.
Well, you saw them there. They were in that back alley. They waited for the actual switch. Then all 3 just flew at him in that window. He had no chance to really get anything done.
Well, he didn't have any support in there.
No,
I mean, there was nobody really looking at the cross with an AR. There's nobody in support on the hill. See Goon picking up 2 huge kills right there. But look at what a better job TK is doing just funneling into the hill. When the hill guy dies, there's another person right there to pick it right up and pick up those easy kills.
And Theory, time and time again, getting these huge clutch kills in and around the hill. Got 2. Can he make it 3? He's been shot at by all 4 members of Denial. Survives as long as he can, but eventually is going to fall. It is now going to be Looney in the hill. He's going to drop. Almost a 70-point advantage right now for TK. We'll get eyes on with Denial as there is 6 to play, and the rotation is coming.
Denial's going to try and rotate over towards School. You're going to see Clay pick up 2 in the mid-street. They're going to have to push this out, though. You see Denial, they're rotating, but they're not getting that furthest cut. They're letting TK pretty much get right next to the hill as they rotate. So usually when you rotate, you want to get that first person there to take that farthest cut. But Denial pretty much just stopping at the hill and waiting.
And Clay on a 4 streak, 18 and 13. We said we needed a big game out of him, and he's getting it rolling. Should be able to get 19. His teammates, though, cleaning up everyone. That's Attached with the 2-piece. The comeback incoming. They've racked up 20 or so points in a row here now. It pulls out the ASM1, gets the original headshot, able to clean up another 6 streak. Clay's lighting it up.
Clay is starting to feel it. You can tell on a 6 streak right now. He's going to be taken out by Theory right there, but you can tell when Clay starts to feel it, you know, switching between guns, you know, just getting on that streak. You're going to need another player to step it up, though, and Attach, really, you know, 14 and 20, but Replay is the one that I'm going to be looking at, 9 and 16. Obviously the OBJ player for Denial, but you're going to need at least, you know, 10 to 15 kills on that first half out of him.
And Theory, 22 and 16 right now.
Right.
Leading all slayers. You know, you're talking about the fact that he was getting big kills in defensive positions for the hill. How big of a kill is it to get? Now, you were a player, coach. When you have someone on the other team that's on a 7 streak, really rolling, how important is it to be that guy that shuts him down like he just did?
In a respawn, you don't even realize that somebody is on that much of a streak, to be quite honest with you. I think, you know,
well, no, I don't think he knows, but like, how big is it just to get that?
Yeah, oh no, it's huge. And I think Theory, though, the thing that he's doing for this TK lineup time and time again is, you know, they have a tough time breaking the hill on that first entry as a team, and he just is able to go in there and pick up, you know, a 2-piece or win that one-on-one battle in the hill to give them control again, really, you know, slow the pace down a little bit for TK.
Looney. Head glitch window, doesn't matter. Lights him up, another one pushing, make it 2. Third one outside, we'll see if he pushes out for it. He does, but he is tagged up, gonna rotate back in. 10 seconds left on this one, and that player almost gets turned on. It's gonna be Cap inside of the hard point, and we'll see the rotation starting to come here now.
Yeah, those are gonna be big battles in that back trailer area. It looked like Clay was able to win 1. His teammates are gonna pick up the others. He's gonna put some shots in right there on Sharp. He's gonna be taken out. Yeah, as soon as he got stunned, lost that battle. They're gonna leave Replays in the hill alone, though, and he's gonna be taken out right away by Looney. They're gonna need to get Replay some help in these hills, you know, not able to win those initial battles, and TK just keeps breaking them so easy.
All right, on board with Looney. He's mid-street, tries to turn on that player, not able to pick it up. Gonna hop back on with Clay as he is 21 and 19 on a 2 streak. Gonna fall. It's gonna be Cap inside the hill. He's dropping as well. Attach was left. They're all just getting slayed right now. TK just destroyed
every time we go on with somebody from TK and they're approaching the hill or they're in the hill, they're winning those gun battles. We hardly see them lose any of those. Denial winning most of their gun battles just kind of, you know, in the middle of the map on rotation, just kind of garbage, not really garbage gun kills, but
I think TK's
garbage time kills.
They're doing a much better job of pushing it out together. You know, we've seen it a couple times where it's 3, 4 flying at that hill, and it seems like a lot of times it's Denial with one player really looking at that direction, one player that has an option to shut it down. Unless you make a hero play, there's nothing you can do about it.
And this is where stats are misleading, right? You see the scoreboard, no, Clay leading all Slayers, 31 and 21, having a phenomenal game, but none of his subs can get things going. You're going to have Theory at 28 and 25, but every time we've seen Theory get a kill, it's in the hill, you know, breaking it to get time for TK.
And Clay able to pick up a couple that were rotating in this backside and see if he can get him off the head glitch. Not able to pick it up, and Cap will finish it. Cap's going to be in the kill. Gonna drop. Goon will now have control. The lead is up to 70, under 2.5 to go. And this is TK's game to lose.
when your subs aren't winning your gun battles as an AR, it's very difficult to play, and you see some of the decisions Clay has to make. They're extremely difficult. He won all the gun battles out there on glass, holding the spawn down for Denal, but his subs aren't able to win the gun battles in Garage, so he has to leave that kind of anchor position and push into the hill, and that's not what you want out of your AR. I think Clay is so much better, posted up in the back and just dominating there and letting, his subs run free. And they are running free in this game. He's doing a phenomenal job, 35 and 25. Subs not able to win those battles near the hill, though.
Yeah, the sub players of TK are definitely winning the battle here throughout this first hard point. Looney, speaking of sub players, gets 1, gets 2. There's nothing they can do to stop him. Gets 3. He's just rolling through back alley. Nothing Denial can do to stop him.
No, there's nothing Denial can do right now. This one's going to go to TK. The dominating performance here in hard point. And it's kind of unfortunate for Denial. I think they gave a good game away from Clay here. 35 and 28. Really good enough game out of an AR to win. You just needed more slaying out of your subs. I think Cap going -2 with 7 caps. That's a pretty good game. Needed some more out of attach and replays. Replays 21 and 31. He had a pretty rough game, not able to win those initial gunfights on the hill.
Yeah, you just saw Theory getting big kill after big kill. Looney just slaying everything in his path. And yeah, that's what it came down to. It was just the subs dominating from TK. And that's what's going to give them a 100-point lead, and they should close this out in the next matter.
Well, Theory is a player I like to compare him a little bit to Apathy in the standpoint that they're kind of annoying to go up against, to be quite frank. Is that, every time that a big kill needs to go down around a hill or in the game, Theory and Apathy always seem to come up clutch. You don't really know what's going on the map with them, but they always seem to be in the right position. Theory really took that one over, able to break those hills easy.
Well, Clay talked about slow starts and how they bounce back when their backs are against a wall. They're going to have to do that now as they are trailing 1-0 in this series. Obviously, S&D, a completely different beast, but TK been playing very, very well in that game type this weekend.
Which is a little bit shocking, a little bit different than Season 1. Season 1, all throughout the regular season, TK kind of struggled in their S&Ds. They really kind of hung their hat on their respawn, which is the opposite traditionally of how TK has always played. I think it's just because.
Well, just think when I first got into it really back, thinking Black Ops 2. I remember the first event was like UMG Atlanta. They played in Call, and I think they won every single S&D.
We
but
couldn't
lost
beat them
every
in
single respawn.
We couldn't beat them in S&D. I think they're going to need to really focus on this S&D. They can go 2-0 against Denial this series. TK's for the losing. I think Denial, they're going to need to get good play out of everybody, but like we've been saying, their S&Ds they've been winning is kind of like, okay, Cap goes big, gets a 3-piece, a 3-on-1, Clay goes massive, 1.78
They've
KD
needed
last event. They need a
hero,
full team effort.
Miracle plays to get by. They need the full team effort. You didn't get it in game number 1. Can they get it in game number 2? Quick commercial break, tweet the stream, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.